What's up, guys? Before we get into today's review, I once again want to ask you to please subscribe to our channel. Last time we asked you before a video, you guys were awesome, responded amazingly, and all of you went out there and subscribed. It was just fantastic. Please go ahead and click that button right over there. Just click the subscribe. Do that for us. It would mean so much. And now, let's take a look at today's review. What's going on, everybody? Brandon here from Gearist, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Anti Bottle from Vapur. If you're like me, or pretty much like any human should be, then you probably have as an integral part of your daily gear setup, whether that's just your ride to work or at work or going on a run or what have you, you should have some sort of hydration, some sort of water bottle as a part of your gear. Moreover, if you want to really cut back on waste and save a pant load of money, having a reusable water bottle that you can go back to again and again and wash it and not have to worry about things breaking down that much, this is a really good way to do it. Now, what we're taking a look at today, the Vapur Anti Bottle, this guy right here, is a really kind of unique solution that many of you may not have heard of. It also goes with another review that we're going to be doing very soon, so definitely be sure to bookmark this review and you'll be able to click that little button up there pretty soon to see the drink link system that goes with this bottle. First, I should probably mention that the Vapur Anti Bottle isn't really a bottle per se, as the name would kind of lead you to believe. And that's why they call it the Anti Bottle. It's actually more of, I think, like a bag is what many people would call it. Now, I'll get into the details of the bag part of this in a few seconds below. What we can see here is that this is the basic version called the Element. This is the guy that I have been using primarily. There are other models which are a little bit smaller, some larger. This, I think, is the 1 liter version. You got a 1.5 liter version, a smaller kids version, and you've got a wine version, which is really, really nice. Now, apart from the fact that the openings and the valves and things like that may be a little bit different on some of those other bottles, in this guy, basically all the construction of the bag itself, the Anti Bottle itself, is the same across the line. So, since we're just talking about the bag itself, what is it made of? First, what's it made out of? Well, it's made out of 3 layers of BPA-free plastic. Now, the top 2 layers are made out of nylon, which gives it its durability while still making it able to be flexible. Now, that 3rd layer on the inside there is made from FDA-approved polyethylene, which remains odor and mold and gunk-free over its lifetime, as well as taste-free, which is super important. Sitting atop the Anti Bottle we see right here, this is what is known as the Super Cap. Now, this guy is a locking flip cap, which you can see right there. It just opens and then flips down and locks. It's also something that screws right into the bottle as we see here. This is a kind of a hard plastic part in the bottle, and then this, the Super Cap, just screws right down in there. Now, no matter how rough and tumble things get, that water doesn't go anywhere. This thing locks out very, very well, and I have never had one explode open on me or anything like that. Now, the other thing that we see here is this plastic carabiner with a wire gate on it, which is able to keep it clipped to a bag or to your waist belt if you really wanted to. And it also has another function, which I'll tell you about in a second. All right, so I know that you're probably thinking, well, it's just a water bottle. Who really cares? Why should I get that? Well, there's some really cool things at play here. The first thing is that this bottle right here, this Anti Bottle, is roughly 87% lighter than rigid frame bottles. Now, what that means is that this thing right here comes in with no water in it. Of course, this depends on the size, whether you've got the 1/2 liter, 1.5 liter, whatever. It's really not that much of a difference in weight since the whole cap mechanism is the same across the board. This bottle comes in at right about 1 ounce. Now, apart from the fact that that's really awesome for you or I to carry around, to stuff in a pack, to keep in our pocket, even if we want to, rock some jean jorts out there, and we've got some cargo pants and all that kind of stuff if you really want to go down that road, this is something that's not going to weigh you down or anything like that. Additionally, when this is being shipped from the manufacturer to you, to us, to the United States, wherever it's going, that means they're saving on fuel costs as well. Vapur Anti Bottles are also completely dishwasher safe. Now, this guy right here, I've had this, I want to say, for around 6 months now, and I have another one that I seem to have just misplaced, but I still think it's existing somewhere in the garage out there. And this thing, it lasts no matter what. And you can see with about 6 months of wear on it, there's really nothing to look at. I mean, if I guess I scratched it somewhere, I don't even know. There's really no wear, and I've used this as a running piece. I could tell you about that a little more in that other review that I mentioned, again, with that little button up there. We've used this on hikes. I've used this this camping. I've given this to baby Gearist to have her beat the hell out of it, and it has yet to break down. The bottles can also be frozen without bursting. Now, this is something that I have tried. I think I filled it to like here, and then I froze it for some hot weather hike that I was going on. It did not burst. There was no issue. One of my favorite things about this bottle is its foldability. Now, again, I've run with it, I've hiked with it, what have you. It can bend, it can move, and then one of the additional features that I love the most is its ability when it's empty to be completely folded up. So what does it look like when it's completely folded up? Well, I've just emptied this out, not into my belly, which I wish I had. What I like to do to fold it up is leave the cap open so the air can expel out the top. And then you just kind of roll it up just like this. Once you've gotten it rolled up, you take this cap, close it, and then, watch this kids, because this is fun. You take the carabiner right here, and you just put it through. Now, not only is it folded up, but it's not going to come unfolded. So this is the entire water bottle right here once it's been emptied. Now, another cool thing that Vapor offers is their microfilter. That's this guy right here. Now, the way that this works is you simply take off this super cap here, which I will do for you guys. Throw it on the floor there, why not? And then you just take this, stick it down in there, screw it in. It's the same super cap. Now, obviously, you're not gonna be able to fold it up with the microfilter in there. However, it is a great trade-off because this water filter right here is going to keep out 99.9 repeating percent of waterborne bacteria, including Salmonella, cholera, and E. coli, and 99.9% of protozoa, including Cryptosporidium and Giardia. So trust me, if this thing is with you and you're on a long hike or something like that where you might get lost or what have you, it can definitely be a lifesaver. Now at this point, you already hear me talk a little bit about how much I love using this thing, how easy it is to use, so on and so forth. So the performance section of this review should be pretty cut and dry. First, the weight of the Vapur Anti Bottle is pretty much ridiculous. It's just kind of like it's not even there. It's really amazing. Second, I really simply have not been able to beat it up. Now I do have an idea where I would kind of like to run it over with my car and see what happens to it with it like, I don't know, half full or something like that. I have a feeling that it would come out really pretty okay on the other side. Now, probably one of my favorite things about the Vapur Anti Bottle is how the water comes out. Now, I know what you're thinking. Yes, it's a water bottle. The water's going to come out. Who cares how fast it comes out? Well, to be honest with you, since I've started using this, I really find myself drinking way more water, and that's because of the flexibility of the bottle itself. When you're drinking from a rigid-walled bottle, whether it's something with a large opening where you can't really get it to your face without spilling everywhere, or if you're drinking from something with a small opening, like a bottle you might buy at a store or something like that, those semi-rigid walls are going to keep themselves outward and thus creating kind of a vacuum space inside where the water gets held. This is going to somewhat, not a whole lot, of course, this is going to somewhat inhibit the flow of the water out of the bottle and into your body. But this doesn't have that problem because this is only semi-rigid at best. The water can just flow out of here so fast because as the water comes out, there is no vacuum because as it comes in, the walls of the bottle collapse in. Now, to demonstrate this, I've got this little bottle right here and we're gonna be pouring this into it so you guys can see just how fast it comes out, and hopefully I won't dump water all over the floor. So I've got maybe, I don't know, about a half a liter of water in this bottle right now. We're gonna put it here and here we go. Look how fast that comes out. It's crazy. I feel like I'm on an infomercial right now. And then as you get to the bottom and it is looking for more air, I mean, look how fast that came out. It's just, I love how fast that water comes out of there. Now, there are a ton of really great and sustainable water bottles on the market these days, and many of them I actually love and use just as much as I use this. But when it comes to weight, portability, and price, the Vapur Anti Bottle is super hard to beat. So how much does it cost? Well, the most expensive bottle on the Vapur website or that you can buy on REI, check those buy links down in the description of this video because we've certainly found it for cheaper if I'm not mistaken. The most expensive one that you're gonna buy is $13.99. Now keep in mind how long this has lasted me, 6 months, no problems, no tears, no rips, no bulges, no nothing. And the prices only go down from there. Now that is not including the microfilter. The microfilter itself, which has a minimum of 500 liters of pouring through it, comes in at $49. So if you are gonna spend a lot of time where you're going to have access to only unfiltered water and you still wanna keep your, let's just say your bowels intact, being able to have that microfilter is really an important thing for you. So $49 and $49 $10 is just a drop in the bucket. Seriously though, I can't recommend this enough. It's a really fantastic product, and I think that any of you would like it. Now guys, before I give you my question of the day, I want to ask you to please, once again, to subscribe to our channel and share. We've got so many of you guys out there that are such fantastic supporters, and I, Lori, Tanya, everybody, we all at Gearist really appreciate it. It means so much to us. And if you're watching this on YouTube, did you know that if you go to Gearist.com, all of our reviews in written form are there, including a lot of reviews that don't ever actually make it to the YouTube channel. So please swing on over to Gearist.com, check it out. Also follow us on all the socials just by searching for Gearist. And now, here is our question of the day. Have you ever used an alternative method of carrying water with you? Do you have a vapor bottle? Do you just kind of keep recycling the same 2-liter soda bottle with the plastic thing on the bottom circa 1985 with you, and you just had it all this time? We want to know, so please let us know down in the comments section below. Once again, guys, thank you so much for spending a few minutes with us today. It means the world. Get out there, get adventuring, and we will see you next time.